Resetting the vagus nerve is one of the most useful things you can learn how to do for you and for your family. Now, if you're blessed that you have a family member that can do it to you, that's ideal. But sometimes we don't have that option. And so learning how to do this for yourself is really, really helpful. I'm going to show you how to do it with a sparker and without a sparker. And I want to give you just a few instructions before I do the demonstration. If you know that you or the person you're doing it to is very, very sensitive, if they've had any issues with seizures, anything like that, then a sparker can actually be too much, and you may want to start with just the tapping using your fingers. When it comes to children, if they're easily startled, you may also want to start with just your fingers. The good news is if you don't have a sparker, you can always use your fingers because you always have them with you. Now I'm going to show you two different sparkers that you can use. We don't sell these. You can find them, and the information is in the document that you got. This is an inexpensive one. It's about $20, and it will break. But if you're wanting to start out, it's a possibility. I would almost say that it's better to just learn to do it with your fingers, but this does give a good spark. It just won't last for a long time. This one is a professional one. I've had this one for about 5 years, and it's still just as good as when I purchased it, and I use it frequently on family members and on clients. So I'm going to first of all demonstrate with a sparker, and then I'm going to demonstrate with just your fingertips. So you're going to have a sparker. I'm going to do it on me. And if you were doing this on someone else, here's the one thing to remember. You always do from the person who's being sparked or reset, you always start with their right to the right of their belly button, on the belly button, and to the left. So that means when I'm doing it on me, this is my right, so I'm going to do right on left. If I'm doing it on a family member or client, it's going to be right on left. That's the only thing you have to remember. I actually learned this probably 20 years ago in a brain integration class, and I have seen so many benefits from resetting the vagus nerve because it truly is the most important nerve in the body. So demonstrating with a sparker, you're going to be sparking to the right of the belly button, on the belly button, and to the left while touching behind one ear. Doesn't matter which one you start with because we're going to do both. You're going to spark, 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 and then the other ear. Spark, spark, spark. Then you're going to take 3 fingers right here at the back of the crown. Spark, spark, spark. 3 at the top of the head. Spark, spark, spark. 3 at the hairline. If you don't have any hair, guess where the hairline is. Spark, spark, spark. And 2 right here where your eyebrows begin. Spark, spark, spark. It's just that simple. It really doesn't take long at all. Now, if you don't have a sparker, you're not ready to invest in one, or you know you're sensitive and you want to start slow, we're going to do the exact same process and tap about 3 times where I sparked. So this time it's going to be tap, tap, tap. Behind the other ear, tap, tap, tap. 3 fingers, tap, tap, tap. 3 fingers, tap, tap, tap. 3 fingers at the hairline, tap, 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 and 2 fingers right here at the eyebrow. Tap, tap, tap. Very simple. Now, if someone does this to you or you do it to another person, that actually is the best because you're helping to ground the process that's being done to the other person. So that is ideal. But I will say that somehow in this family, I end up doing it on myself. So if that's the case for you, you will still get benefit. How often can you do this? Well, I recommend people who are under a lot of stress, a lot of digestive stress, a lot of anxiety. Doing it at least once a day is very helpful. If their digestion is really off, then this is something you could do before you eat because it doesn't take very long. You could easily do this. I didn't finish that one. And then finish here. Now, obviously, I'm doing it more quickly because I've done this probably thousands of times. So you could do it before meals if you're having a lot of issue with digestion. You could do it once in the morning or once in the evening or both of those times. You can do it when you're feeling really stressed out. You pick the time. You play with it. You decide if you prefer the tapping or if you prefer a sparker. Most of all, just remember that if a hairdryer isn't working, you don't go buy a new hairdryer, you hit the reset button. If everything seems to be off in your body and you don't know what to do, this is a really easy place to start because it won't ever hurt. It'll never cause a problem. It's just a matter of resetting that most important nerve that impacts both your brain, tightness in the neck, tight shoulders, breathing, and digestion. And that, my friend, is a whole lot of the health systems in the body. So check it out, reset it, and discover how that could help you.